The next warm-up exercise that I do involves more action with the left hand. This is something that I got from Michelangelo Badio's Beat Kills 2, and also I think it was an exercise in one of the Guitar World magazines. Begin by putting your pointer finger on the first fret, and then you're going to hammer onto the second fret with your middle finger. You're going to do the same thing on the A string, and you're going to go up all the strings. So the whole thing now will be. Remember when you do this to keep your fingers arced, and remember to strike the strings with the tip of your fingers. So you're going like this, like this. This will help keep the attack up whenever you're hitting the strings with only your left hand. And it's also going to help you keep your fingers closer to the fretboard, because they're not going to be making weird shapes. Next, when you're at the top, you pull off, hammer on to the B string, pull off to the first fret, hammer on the G string, pull off, hammer on, pull off, hammer on, pull off, hammer on, pull off. So the full exercise is. Or you can also pick it going down if you want. The main purpose of this exercise is to get the left hand fingers moving. So if you want to pick it or do legato, either way is fine. And then he takes this exercise all the way up to the 12th fret. Going one fret at a time. Next, he does the same trill with his ring finger instead of his middle finger. So there's a whole step gap. It's pick, hammer on, pick, hammer on, pick, hammer on. And then goes up to the next position. All the way up to the 12th fret. In the third position, he uses his pinky and does the same exact thing. All the way up to the 12th fret. Next, he starts on his middle finger as the first fret, and then uses his ring finger to hammer on. This one's going to feel more difficult. Next, he does the same thing with his pinky finger. So now there's a one-step gap again. Personally, I think this is the hardest one here. And then going up each half step all the way to the 12th fret. And then the very last one involves just these two end fingers, which are probably your weakest fingers. All the way up to the 12th fret. Never mind, that's the hardest one. Now the thing that I do differently with this exercise is that I double the trill. So instead of going straight up, I trill on each string. And do the same thing going back down. And then I still go up every fret until I reach the 12th fret. And that way I can practice trills and this exercise at the same time, because trills can also be a good thing for practicing speed. And then I'll do the same thing for all the other patterns. This is the hardest one. I'm a big fan of Megadeth, so I like to warm up using the main riff to She-Wolf, since it stays on a single string and it involves a weird kind of pattern. And this is it slow. And the picking pattern for it is down, 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 down. And then if you speed that up, you have She-Wolf. And if you speed it up even more. And then I'll take that exercise and then I'll up pick it and I'll switch all the picking directions. And so now I'll go up, up, down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, up, down, up, up, down, up. And then I'll take that and do it on all 6 strings. You can do fun things with it too if you get bored. And that concludes my warm-up. One person on YouTube asked me, is this the only way to warm up? No. You can warm up any way you want. This is my own personal warm-up. John Petrucci has his, Michelangelo Badio has his. Every professional player warms up differently. And you can incorporate whatever you want into it. The main purpose of it is to warm up your hands. You don't want to be playing this lightning fast passage and then get injuries or really tensed. If you're really tense while you're playing, then you'll tend to make more mistakes, and it probably won't feel too good. You have to warm up just like an athlete would. And in your warm-up you can include scales, you can include chromatics. I used to warm up to chromatics all the time when I was taking lessons. My warm-up exercise was pretty much just a chromatic. You can warm up to chords. You can warm up with sweeps if you want. Something slow.